Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Um, Welcome to Let's Talk. Um, Another shootings today. Another shooting. We have to do something about all these mass shootings. Problem that we're having is that people begin to get used to these mass shootings. We got one or two, maybe three different kind of people that don't want to stop war, hate, and ignorance. People are dying, being killed because someone else don't want to do the right thing. It's interesting that the president of the United States said, "We the people." It's interesting that where this event happened today, in suburban neighborhoods, I have said many times, people that don't believe that it would go into their neighborhood, now it's in their neighborhood. What do we do as the nation? What do we do as a nation? How do we stop weapons that are made for war on American streets? How do we stop it? How do we sin from this hate? That is the question. How do we stop it? Do people want to stop it? But certain people don't want to stop it. This says it's about their rights. But all these people that's killing it in this mass killing are not evicted felons. They're not crazy. And our Republican colleagues says it's felons. It's felons. It's felons. None of this mass shooting was committed by felons. What can we do? A lot of you want to give the keys back to the very party that tried to steal and tried to take our freedom and our democracy away. I ask the question, why are these people so scared of one man? Why these people don't want to do the right thing? because they can if they choose to do it. But they choose to don't do it. When we came out of this pandemic, and believe me, that people post-COVID, anybody with a PhD degree would know, what do you expect to happen? We know these high prices, these high food prices, what's going to take place. Maybe some of you didn't know, but you kind of knew it. See, they don't want you getting paid because in the era of COVID, nobody wanted to come back to work cheap. But they said they ain't coming back to work because they want handouts. It was the Republicans that lied to the nation. They knew that this pandemic, this plague was out there. And they want to tell you, oh, we didn't want you to panic. No, they didn't. But they wanted you to die. They didn't give you the option to choose until everybody noticed that people were just dropping like flies. Over 1 million Americans are now no longer here because the Republicans lied. Donald Trump lied. And I don't believe for a minute that Mitch McConnell, Marco Rubio, and others knew what was going on. I don't believe for a minute. And people are still dying. Are still dying. And all this mass murder going on in America. Do you know we have the worst high-rated mass murder and worst standard in the whole world? The question would be what we the people can do. I know a lot of you see these high gas prices, but go ask the oil executive. Go ask the gas executive. And I know you see these high prices. Go ask this executive that runs the store. Go ask the manufacturer. Every one of you know that the President of the United States do not pass laws. It's up to the Congress to pass laws. But everybody know that the House can pass laws, but in the Senate, you need 60 votes. And if you got the Republicans that don't want to vote to get America right, they don't. And you got 2 Democrats that's holding out. Let me remind you of something Senator Joe Manchin said of West Virginia on TV. He said, if the people want something to get done, vote for aggressive Democrats. Because in his mind, that is the only way it's going to get done. I question why is he much a Democrat? He been threatened. Will I be an independent? Will I be a Republican? Bye. Bye, Joe Manchin. Bye. Start hiking. You're not doing anything. Not doing anything good. But it's we the people. Look at what happened all the way around this country. Look at these so-called red states, and I live in one of them. Look how they're restricting people's right to choose, restricting people's rights to vote, so they can hold on to power. I know a lot of you are blaming Joe Biden for this that's going on. He is not to blame. He's not to blame for none of it. He's not to blame. It's up to the Senate to make sure the laws are passed for everybody to live in peace and be in a better predicament, but they won't. They want us to go back to the same old thing that got us here in the first place. They don't want us to rise up. They want us to stay at the low. Folks, we got to have hope. But we got to have the frame of mind that although the Republican Party care about its power, its power. There's some women out there, there's some black women out there, there's some black men out there, there's some Hispanic, some Asian. That maybe don't lost their mind, but I don't think so. Agreeing with the Republican Party of hate. Republican Party call themselves the best friend of law enforcement. Image law enforcement said we got to have tougher gun laws. But what do the Republicans do? Make it hard for law enforcement on these streets. Today we got in mind, how do we help ourselves? Because their show ain't going to help us. For all you ladies out there, I believe that you should be able to be the one make the decision over your life and over your choices. I believe that no man or no other woman should make you live the way they want you to live, make choices the way they want you to make choices. If we are the land of the brave and the home of the free, freedom to express, freedom to be free, to live free, to make decisions of our own life, why is the Republican Party is trying to put in a set of laws that restrict us from making our own self-choices? Do they err on the side of communism? We know that Donald Trump does, because he just loves his Vladimir Putin. And Kim Jong-un wrote him a love letter. Folks, open your eyes and see what's really going on. President Biden did not break his promise. He did not. He is standing up for each and every one of you and only can do what he can because the Senate, Mitch McConnell and his cronies don't want to. Don't want to help the American people. Only thing they care about is money in their pockets and power. They do not care about you. I don't know why American people cannot see it or hear it. They do not care about you. The President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, or any other president cannot pass bills without the Congress willing to make it right, willing to pass those bills right. You must vote. Don't give the keys to this country. Don't give the keys to this house. Don't give the keys to this land and back to the Republicans. You know what they're going to do. Raise taxes on the poor and give the rich a pocket full of gold. If you are average American, working hard, earning your way, the Republicans are taking away. Know what this world can be if we get together and make it more greater. And somebody might be suggesting that can't, but it could be greater. There's many things in this world. But the true thing is, and the true ribbon is that when we come together, we can push out those ones that wants to torment people's life. They never thought that the gun violence, the mass murder would come to their community. They never thought. Because people are playing a dangerous game with other folks' life. There's no such thing as a good man with a gun. Because you don't know what's going through somebody else's mind. You don't. Yes, guns don't kill people, but the people that pull the trigger kills people. And these people that's committing these mass murders are not convicted felons. People stop believing in man and believe in God you trust. We get caught up in this mess and politicians lie. They lie. They cheat. They steal. And then they lie some more. And they think that you don't know that they're lying. Stop letting them get away with this mess. We the people put them in office, and we the people can send them a pink slip saying they're fired. No longer they need their services. Folks, we're at a point that people are looking past 2022. I suggest to you, don't look past 2022. All this mess going on, America is under cardiac arrest. Do you want your liberty to fade away? Do you want your freedom to die? Or do you want to live in peace and happiness? Fight for your dignity, but fight through the ballot box. That is the question. Only you can answer it. That is the question. Let it be known why they're plotting, why they're licking their chops, because they believe they're going to get keys to the car in the house and in the mansion. Let us be able to show them not only your courage, not only your heart, but your understanding and knowledge of this generation and the next generation before it and after it, that we can overcome. But we cannot overcome if we don't rise up to the occasion. Look at who they're nominating. People that deny people their right to vote. People would overturn the vote if they don't like what the people are voting for. Strict access in every which way it means. We got to stand up. Can we stand up together? Can we stand up together? Now that they know that even much in the peaceful community, gun violence will strike. Democrats want to pass gun laws to keep you all safe. But the Republicans, they want to fill their pockets up with the NRA money. They don't want to use the grip of power. They would tell you so. They don't want to be challenged on their right. It's trying to flip the script. And it's time to change. It's time to put something else that's better than them to do what they're supposed to do. Let us come together as really what we need. God is good. Your freedom, your choices, your life, your wisdom, and your understanding. We can rise together when we choose to rise together. Don't let them take your freedom and your choice and your decision away. Thank you on Let's Talk for listening. It belongs to you. God bless you. I will see you soon.